After having witnessed the state of engineering education in the state of Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan, the Why Engineering talk show has now moved on to the state of Andhra Pradesh, which has recently seen a major political turmoil over the creation of Telangana. The expanse of engineering education in the state of Andhra Pradesh can be ascertained from the fact that there are 3 seats of the State Technical University located at Kakinada, Hyderabad and Anantapur. Today we have with us the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Kakinada, Professor G. Tulasi Ramdas. A man of electronics, Dr. Ramdas has specialized in power electronics and drives. We have also with us Dr. Divakar Goyal, who heads the Human Resources Department at the Airports Authority of India. An eminent management thinker, Dr. Goyal has a unique knack into the recruitment of young engineers at his coveted organization. I welcome both our panelists today. My first question would be to Dr. Goyal. Sir, what kind of opportunities do you envisage for the fresh engineering graduates in general and in public sector undertakings like Airports Authority of India in particular?
There are a large number of opportunities for a young engineering graduate, not only in my organization, Airports Authority of India, but other public sectors in the country also. The only requirement is that the young engineering graduate, when they opt for a branch, they should not focus only from the employment point of view. They should think about that every branch is important and there are career opportunities, abundance in the public sectors and otherwise. Say for example, for mechanical also, automobile also, and for electronics, electrical, any branch you take, civil or other branches, but the focus should not be on any one particular branch, because if they go and they see the organization, we require engineers from all the fields, even architecture. So the focus should be on all the branches, even marine, aeronautical engineering. So some of the branches are there which are not being chosen by the people who are opting for the engineering graduation. So for me, I feel that there is a great opportunity for all times to come.
So there is a lot of optimism which Dr. Goyal is envisaging for. My next question to Professor Tulsidas. Sir, your university is located quite in close proximity to major industrial hubs and especially the seat of IT in this country. So being a Vice Chancellor of JNTU, Kakinada, what kind of opportunities do you see for the fresh engineering graduates around Andhra Pradesh, around Kakinada, where the seat of your university is located?
Andhra Pradesh, as you said rightly, is a seat of IT, and a lot of IT opportunities are expansion took place even in Vizag and 2-tier and 3-tier centers like Kakinada. We have STPI in Kakinada, and we have a lot of opportunities in Andhra Pradesh for young engineers, and branches are not more important there. So the 12th class students, what I would advise them is, don't pick up a branch out of the employment or out of some pressure from peer group. So out of your natural interest, whatever branch you pick up, you will do wonders in that, and creativity will come only through natural interest. So the major threat for engineering education is they are not being carried out the total course of study by interest. So parents are influencing them to put them into some computer science, and there is enough saturation in IT field. But there are all software industries are diversifying their areas in application area in every field. So there is a reason even mechanical engineer, electrical, electronics, they also finding, even civil engineering is finding jobs in IT sector. So application areas are aplenty, and multi-dimensional, interdisciplinary research, innovation, applications are happening.
So you mean to suggest that students should look for more of a career in engineering?
Career in engineering.
Because that will unfold after 4 years, sure, and the way economy is unfolding. Sir, we got to know that JNTU happens to be India's oldest state technological university. What kind of impact on the regional economy of, say, Andhra Pradesh? We talk about globalization these days, but there is a growing concern of talking about the regional impact. Have the graduates of JNTU Kakinada created in the last several years?
Yeah, definitely, because the state of Andhra Pradesh everywhere, not only in Andhra Pradesh but also across various IT centers in India and also abroad, Silicon Valley. The Silicon Valley, they should know only two languages. One language is computer language, another is Telugu language. So those many Andhrites are spread across in Silicon Valley and US, and in even in Andhra Pradesh, TCS picks up major from JNTU affiliated colleges and the universities. They pick up about 20,000 graduates engineers from all domains, only exclusive from Andhra Pradesh.
So, preparing a talent for a global organizations is one part. We are more interested in knowing that what impact have the graduates from JNTU Kakinada created for the region per se.
No, in Kakinada, STPI and then STPI in Vizag and the IT hub in Hyderabad, almost 60% of them are from Andhra Pradesh, and the rest of them are coming from other parts like Maharashtra, then Gujarat, and then northern states. So Tamil Nadu also, there are some people.
So what kind of careers are you seeing unfolding in the next 4 to 5 years apart from IT? IT services is getting saturated in some fashion, but what are the other career options you are seeing?
So there are plenty of career options till 2030. You say US economy, if you can see, the oil and natural gas expansion is about increased by 35% by 2020, and also the energy, electrical power plants is also going by 45% by 2020. And America alone need to set up 1900 power plants in next 10 years. Then if you take that, almost like 60 to 70 power plants per year, so almost weekly one power plant need to be established to meet the energy requirement in US alone.
Okay.
And that is for electrical engineers, mechanical engineers and civil engineers to build the power plants. And Indian electronics even comes physics background people also can come. The whole world market is going up to $2.4 trillion US by 2020, electronic industry. And Indian mandate is $400 US business by 2020, and we require 28 million engineers by 2020. And especially this ESDM, the electronic system design and manufacturing, that industry in India, they require in VLSI and chip design specialists, PhD level, 2,500 PhDs in that specialization per year. We don't even create 2,500 PhDs across the country in all domains. So that is the demand we have to have the exports of $400 billion electronic industry world over.
So just one question which emanates from this, does the drive for doing a doctoral research, a doctoral degree, should a student think right from its undergraduate levels? Is it possible? Have you seen that trend?
That because of the plenty of job opportunities at BTech level, they are not carrying out their postgraduate studies. So that is the reason recently many institutions have started integrated 5-year degree program, master degree program, so that the BTech level 3+2, 5 years, they can carry out the PG level. Then any time in their career they get opportunity, then they can do the research.
My next question to Dr. Divakar Goyal. Sir, engineering has somehow got synonymous with IT, as we have seen that IT is all pervasive. Now, having worked at Airports Authority of India, how do you propose to quash this larger precept amongst the students and their parents at large, so that they can broaden up their horizons and look through the engineering world from the other exciting possibilities which are existing out there?
You see, in this direction, my job is made easy by the media and the overall the people know about aviation. Aviation is already in the news. You hear about the new airlines coming. A young graduate knows about it, that there is an engineer behind every aircraft. So that awareness level is generating. They are coming to know a lot of opportunities are there, not only for pilot, even for my air traffic control, what radars you are seeing and all. A large number of people are required, electronics engineers, to maintain those equipments. what we call at CNS, communication, navigation, surveillance. And the only point is that what IT people are focusing toward, they should think about a mechanical engineer is as important for me, a civil engineer or electrical as the electronics. Because after all, I have got the buildings, I have got the airports, I have got architects, we have got different 10, 11 streams out of engineering itself. Automobile is also there, and so many things are there, and we are all as a team, we work at the airport. It's not a single man's job. A IT man cannot perform his duties unless and until other supporting arches are there. So only problem is that now an engineer is coming, like Vice Chancellor has rightly said, that when a civil engineer comes in the IT sector. I had been debating on this for years together, that lot many people who are mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, civil engineer, just for employment opportunities, they go for the IT sector. And I lose a good civil engineer. I lose a good electrical engineer in that way. And a big loss to the country, production engineer, industrial engineer. Some of the institutes are there in the country which are not aware people NITI in Bombay. Imparting such a good education you see in the field of engineers only. But the market is not catching up because the young good is seeing only employment focusing there. So my request by way of this program is that an engineer, VC has rightly said that aptitude is important, interest is important. As an engineer you should think about what is your aptitude, what interest you have got. From the early childhood you see a building, you see how the building has been made, how so many floors have come, how towers have come. You see the building 100 stories and all. Idea stuck to my mind what the civil engineer job is there, what the architect job is there. And don't look only at the metros. Metros is not India. Because we have got, like I say about my organization, we have got 125 odd airports. We require engineers each and every airport, whether it is Port Blair or Agati also. So one has to open itself, a challenging job, especially for the young graduates. Air traffic control, another field, we have gone to the stage of BSc also we are taking. A lot of attrition was coming. A person was coming to my organization, I spent thousands, lakhs of rupees, I must say, in 2 years training at CATC Allahabad to make him as a perfect air traffic controller, to sit on the radar. And after 2 years and all, just he switch over the loyalty or whatever I say, he is not being able to create the bonding with the organization, where the problem lies. And I lose that man, he resigns, taking the name of the organization, switch over to another. So the biggest problem is coming, we spend a lot of money training a person to make his our man. That applies to other organizations also, my colleagues in other public sectors.
I think this is a very, very pertinent point which Dr. Divakar Goyal has raised, and this is getting a severe problem across industry. The loyalty index and the long-term view of the engineering graduates per se. I would look forward for a response from Professor Tulasi Das that how the academia is shaping up the minds of the students in the 4 years of their churning at the campuses about this dominant need which industry is facing.
Now all academic institutions should rethink and redesign their curriculum. Now the whole world is going for the outcome based education parameters to be brought into the curriculum design with learning objectives very clearly specifying, then learning assessments and outcome based examination system. And that in JNTU Kakinada, the first university which has implemented OBV syllabus revision for entire 20 branches across affiliated colleges. Okay, across 210
really
engineering, spectacular one. And we conducted a lot of workshops, and NBA Dinesh Paliwal also came to sensitize the faculty members first, so that they can take up the curriculum revision. So 2013 regulation we have done it. The present first years have been doing their studies with that outcome based. The teaching learning side, the same blackboard teaching may not work well, because in school present generation are more attached to multimedia resources, and they are attached to Discovery Channel, and they see all things in animation mode and advanced knowledge. So even teaching learning should go with ICT practices, and in that direction this is the first university developed e-learning content for teachers as well as for the students.
Okay.
For 6 engineering branches, major engineering branches like IT, computer science,
And this is all done in-house?
in-house,
Okay.
with a technology provider who can do the multimedia.
But the content
aspects.
is all
Content
yours?
is developed by our own teachers.
Okay,
And
okay.
that PPT model is given to this teacher. So teacher has to use it. He can participate, re-modify, and then use it. So the animation pictures will create a lot of interest and the understanding levels of the student.
Okay.
And student is also given audio video content so that he can revisit several times for suiting his self-paced learning. So that end of the day he should learn the content. So that is one. The third innovative what we have taken is online evaluation system.
Okay.
So we digitize the answer script,
Okay.
and then valuation is done remotely.
So the results are
coming timely, and accuracy is also more important. And we can also provide soft copy to the student on demand, and even after 100 years we can retrieve his own answer paper. So this is one thing. And this employability skills training must be done very rigorously in the institutions with collaboration with HR of certain industries or private providers. So that we have done it, and we could succeed to some extent for last 2 years.
So there's a growing thought amongst the industry leaders per se that like the medical field where for 5 years we study the human body as a whole and all the 22 sub-branches of medical sciences. So in increasingly era of interdisciplinary research and convergence of technologies, so the BTech program is also moving towards that direction. Where a student of engineering should have the knowledge about each domain of engineering, a little bit of it, and the specialization has to come in the post-graduation level. So what is the take of JNTU Kakinada in this direction?
No, we have first year for all branches of 20 branches of engineering, the syllabus is common, the curriculum is common. So minimum dosage of physics, chemistry, maths, commerce, and then professional ethics, and all these.
Professional ethics, something what Dr.
we have
Divakar
made
was
compulsory.
mentioning about that we train for 2 long years and the student just walk out.
No, it is in the curriculum now. We have made it into curriculum, and we had a audit course 1 year back, and it was succeeded well, and then we have put it as a credit course. And then second year, second semester onwards, the actual subjects will come in, domain specialists. So it is going well now.
So then do you mean to say that the students' concern and especially the parents' concern that it's like a gigantic machinery, if the branch label, the student doesn't get the right label at the start, he will not come out with flying colors at the end. So how do you want to redress this anxiety or redress this concern of the parents at large about the branch of engineering, about the discipline of engineering they choose at the entry level?
No, we normally conduct, even social organizations, NGOs are also conducting, inviting all of us in a public meetings to sensitize the parents about what engineering is good and what aptitude a student needs to have, and why parents should not enforce their will and their dreams onto their wards. All this we do before the admission counseling take place.
Sir, we do have a test in engineering for testing the engineering aptitude of a student.
Yes.
But do we also have something which tests that which discipline a student is better meant for or not?
No, that we cannot do because he has already picked up the branch of specialization at admission level. We cannot.
I'm talking about the admission level itself.
Okay.
Like you have the first level as a general physics, chemistry or mathematics is tested. But after that, on the basis of the performance in that test, can we bring out certain mechanisms where a student can be suggested that your aptitude is better for say computer science, your aptitude is better
Your
for
idea is
mechanical?
good. Your idea is good. But we can, if that is the case, then anyway, the entrance examination are done on maths, physics, chemistry only. So based on the ranks, comprehensive ranks, they are picking up. So instead, we can also say, as you said, first year is, we don't assign any branch to first year, let us say. Okay, so they all are, engineers at the first year level. After looking at the performance level, their aptitude, their interest, maybe options can be offered to them.
So are you planning of something?
No, that is not planning.
Actually, it's still a
But
long
it's
way
a
to
good
go.
idea. So, but how it works with the parents in the society, we have to see.
I would like to bring in Dr. Divakar Goyal at this point. Sir, what's your view about the multiplicity of the engineering disciplines at the undergraduate level?
See what Dr. Tulsidas has said, I fully agree with him that in the beginning he is exposing him to all the streams. Then his basic aptitude is towards one branch. Naturally, as an engineering college, you will see that he is producing a best computer engineer, civil engineer, electrical engineer. After that, what happens when he joins the industry? There the real training comes and on-the-job training comes, and then they see where the potential is. Basically, you see there are three fields. We create a foundation of competencies in the beginning as base when you take a person. When we generate the expertise, what are the expertise we could see from that person? And then ultimately we decide the roles. It becomes in such sort of thing. So it depends on the organization what way I am going to utilize him. Like you will find even in HR discipline engineers are coming who are with the MBA or multi-skilling is there at a certain level. I have a large organization now. I had some recruitment or establishment training. There is one executive director HR which is entire country is being headed. So what we are seeing that at a particular level, general manager or ED and all, certain functions are made generalized. So right from the beginning it comes. The engineering graduate is exposed to economics also, commerce also, other things also. The basic idea is there.
So in a nutshell, our panelists are of the dominant view that choosing a particular discipline of engineering is not so sacrosanct at the entry level. Even if there is a lapse here and there, the student or the worthy candidate would make it up in the long drawn years of his own career. So the concern has to be somewhere towards building up a meaningful and a fruitful career in engineering per se. With this, we move on to the next part of our deliberation. Sir, how do you see the JNTU affiliated colleges competing with the others across the country? What are the three hallmarks you would like to say are possessed by the JNTU Kakinada affiliated colleges?
The JNTU Kakinada affiliated colleges, we made them mandatory to go for NBA accreditation of their courses and NAC accreditation of their institution. And before that, we offer them the permanent affiliation where they have reached some benchmark. And also, they are almost similar to UGC autonomous terms and conditions. And we encourage them to go for UGC autonomy. And 7 of them out of 210, I have got already UGC autonomy. And they design their own curriculum. And about 20 colleges have permanently affiliated. And about 40 colleges are having NBA accreditation, valid NBA accreditation. And 2 of colleges have gone for NAC. And there are 30 applications pending with the NAC and about 40 applications pending with NBA to go for it. So the quality assurance and the quality of education is insisted from university side. Not only that, we also educate them how to go about the quality.
So as an academic regulator and as an academic administrator, what is your belief in the private educational system which has evolved over a period of time? What are your core beliefs?
No, the growing population in our country really requires the 1600 plus universities in the country. But right now we have 662 universities. And 400 plus are from private sector. So government of India cannot invest in a period of 5 years to produce 1600 universities. So private enterprises should come forward and then the guidelines and standard minimum standards need to be maintained by respective universities, so that the private education has to come in. The quality also improves where the government institutions could not provide the facilities that can be provided by private institutions.
So you seem to be a believer in this expansion of the higher education system. So there is one more generalized debate and a confusion among the students at large, that with a large number of private universities coming into the forefront, the students are always in a confusion whether to choose a private university which has large budgetary provisions of advertisements and things like that, and to go for an affiliated college under a state technical university like JNTU Kakinada. So what would be your take on that?
No, even the private universities across the country, we don't have much private colleges. We have only 3 private universities in Andhra Pradesh. And in Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, there are plenty in number. So all our students, Andhra students, will go to Tamil Nadu for pursuing their undergraduate engineering. Because the state from couple of years back, 3 years, the admissions were taking a longer time because of court cases on fee regulatory with Supreme Court and High Court, and fees are not being decided. So academic year is going to start after the August. So students are not in a mood to wait till the August or September. They pick up the admission in June, July, where the private universities.
So apart from this administrative mishap, what is your purview about if you have to give advisory to the students at large, a student from the Kakinada region, what to pick up? What gives them more quality
Their
assurance?
first preference would be university affiliated colleges, because university has a credibility and brand value internationally, and then they will be choosing the very prominent world known private universities.
Okay. I would take this question forward to Dr. Goyal. Sir, as a recruiter, as someone who is recruiting on behalf of one of the dominant public sector undertakings of the country, what would be your preference? What remains your preference in choosing students from these tier 2, tier 3 kind of colleges, like going to a private university and going to a state technical university affiliated college?
You see, we are the government sector, so for us, everybody is at par. We want to give equal opportunity to all of these students here. So recently we are introducing GATE marks and all. That is valid for 2 years. So instead of getting updated, a parameter is there. GATE is a well established norm which was being done by other public sectors. So we are stepping into the shoes as regard engineering discipline is concerned. Coming back to the answer what Vice Chancellor has told, there is a long gap he has told about the number of engineering colleges required in the country and what it has got. My take on that is a little different, because I am finding certain seats are vacant, they say. I went to South, so many seats are unfilled and all. Now let us go to the basic question, why it happens so. It happens because the fees in the private engineering colleges are very high. You compare the fee structure. And there is another aspect of it. You make an engineering college, a private person or whosoever is there, entrepreneur, starts thinking like a business, not as a profession, not as a social cause. He is investing in like a factory sort of thing. So he is creating infrastructure, air conditioned rooms, hostels, good cafeteria, everything. From that money will come. Money will come from the student. Now a student will see, if I do this degree, I spend 5 lakh, 10 lakhs, what kind of job I am going to get from there.
That is the
he is
core.
looking for that.
That should be the core.
I tell you, that should not be the thing in the mind of the young generation. Recently I was to IIT Kharagpur. You see a hostel there, Vidyasagar or RP Hall and all. You will not believe what kind of, I interacted with the students. Not even a single student complained about anything. No cooler, a small room, old furniture. And they were so happy, sir, we have come here for BTech, IIT Kharagpur, or we have come for MTech, or we have come for MBA. It never bothers me. My time is spent in the library, or in a Khoka taking tea I took with them. So this kind of culture should come in the mind of young generation, and I blame parents also. You get a score of AIEEE, then you think, he will go to Manipal, he'll get good food, air conditioned hostel and all. If I send him to a small place in Tamil Nadu or in Andhra, oh my God,
So you mean to say that academic academic excellence has superseded?
That's what I'm saying. They are saying flight connection. A lot of people are asking me, sir, there is no direct flight from there. Now, a student, you are there, you are for education. See, it is a tapasya. You are having a tapasya. Do hard work today. Today you wear a khadi sort of thing. So if your luck is there for the ration, your skin will not pitch.
Sir, young viewers might be finding it a bit crazy, but this is what the head of one of the biggest public recruiters in the country is talking about. So I think there is better sense out there. I would pass on this question to Professor Tulsidas. Sir, how do you encounter this, and how do you counter this trend of excesses and splurges, which is becoming more competitive? Because in order to develop software, in order to develop intellectual capital, it takes a lot of other efforts. But to have granite chiseled floors and all kind of these superfluous things like How do you counter it under your affiliated colleges?
No, even affiliated colleges, they don't provide that kind of environment or infrastructure. They have the minimum requirement. They also provide inch by inch as per the guidelines of the ACT. They don't spend much on the buildings.
In that part of the country, it's not that
Yeah,
way.
but maybe private universities maybe doing that to attract more
So maybe that's a
students and
suggestion that that's a decoy or
Yeah.
a deception. Let's not get into the glitter and glamour of it. There is substance in education. This brings me to the last question of this Why Engineering talk show, this edition. So what according to you should be the three parameters? My question is to Dr. Divakar Goyal. Three parameters on which a youngster and his parents, because parents remain a dominant influencing force, on the basis of which they should select a college.
Number one thing is that what kind of faculty they have, the institute. What is the past performance of the students, the alumni, what they are placed in, where they have taken the people. Second thing is, what is the curriculum? It is matching with the industry. What kind of progress that institute has made in that. And most importantly, I am very happy today that Dr. Tulsidas has told about that values is one of the important aspect they have given. This is the most needed. I tell you, one syllabus should be there. I have been telling MBA guys, I tell now engineering also, please put ethical values as one of the important subject in the curriculum, because that is very much required, which will give progress to the country. People will understand what is satisfaction, what is contentment, and what is money.
So quality of faculty and the kind of curriculum, and most importantly the value system professed and practiced by the institution per se are the three parameters on which, as per Dr. Goyal, you should go for selecting your college. Professor Tulsidas, sir, your recommendations of the three parameters onto which students should select a college for.
Almost similar to Mr. Goyal said, because the faculty, the background and track record of the institution and the curriculum, these three are very, very important, and parents should find out the natural interest of the student, then admit him in whatever profession he wants to become. Otherwise, everybody will become a Xerox copies and no original thinkers will come. That is the reason we don't go for, we don't have more Nobel laureates from our country, because of the only simple reason is that parents are pushing his child to satisfy their dreams.
I think our panelists have said it all. The answers to some of the most complex problems in life are pretty simple. We probably have made them worse and complex. The solutions, as Dr. Goyal said, that academia, the 4 years of engineering are like tapasya. You have to go for academic excellence, and then it all falls from there. Pursuing a career in engineering should be the core focus, and for the parents, especially the parents, to value the natural interest and inclination of their wards, of their children is very, very important. Pushing them through certain other path which their natural inclination is not there, is not going to fetch them any leverage in the professional world, which will get increasingly challenging and increasingly competitive. With this, we come to the close of this episode of Why Engineering. I hope that our viewers would be finding it really illuminating and interesting. We have got Engineering Watch Counseling Helpline, which is being manned by the second year and the third year engineering students spread across the country. The numbers of which you would be are being flashed as a part of this program. As a part of the Why Engineering campaign, we are also bringing about a series of 5 booklets which will educate you more about as to what kind of engineering aptitude you have within you. These booklets would be released on 15th of June during the felicitation ceremony of the Engineering Watch Fellowships. 1000 Engineering Watch fellows would be felicitated on that day, who would be mentored for 4 years of their entire academic curriculum by some or the other industry mentors. So this is the kind of commitment with which Engineering Watch is moving forward and serving the engineering education of this country. I would be back again with yet another episode of Why Engineering, with yet another set of interesting panelists. Till then, goodbye.